Welcome back to Michigan Sports Media Network. I have our Red Wings lead reporter, James Gullett, with us today. So we're going to move on now to the Detroit Red Wings, and we have James Gullett with us here, of course. So I will pass it on over to him so he can have the floor on this one.
Thank you, Jace. Hey, Hockey Town. Since we last spoke, the only thing that really we have missed is an unfortunate another defeat at the hands of the Washington Capitals. It's not a game that I expected us to win, to be fair, so I'm not really um, too beat up about that. But of course, as we played them last time, I was hoping for a better result. We did get out to a 2-0 lead the last time before blowing it. This time, however, we barely got started, if you can even call it that. We fell 4-1. We were really never in it. We had a bunch of miscues. We were playing sloppy, and it's just a shame to see. Like I said, it's not something I expected to win from the get-go, but I at least expected a little bit better performance than that. I know moral victories are useless right now, but I was at least hoping against one of, if not the top team in the league, we can at least look respectable. Peter Mrazek got the start in net again, his fourth straight start. I don't know if he's going to be starting the next game or not. Five in a row is a bit much, and he's kind of come back down to earth. He's always been a hot or cold goalie. I don't know if that's why Yzerman traded for him to begin with, because there's times where, for I'd say a 7 to 8 game stretch, where he might look like a top 10 goalie in the league and stop almost everything that comes his way. And then there's the other side of it where, as I said on a previous podcast, that he allowed 10 goals in 80 minutes of play. So like he's either hot or not, and he's 2-2 as a Red Wing starting goalie. So I mean, it's a crapshoot. I mean, it is what it is. The next three games are all on the road. We are on a bit of uh, let's say the opposite of a homestand. We got the Las Vegas Golden Knights coming up. Last time we played them last week, we shut them out 3-0 thanks to Mrazek. But that was an LCA. This time we're going to go to their arena. I know they're going to be wanting revenge for that game. Once again, don't know if Mrazek's going to start a fifth game in a row, but it is against the team he shut out last week, so who knows? After that, we go on to Utah to play the Utah Hockey Club, which won't be called that much longer. There was just a report today that they are deciding between two final names. And then lastly, the very next game after that, or I should say the very next day after that, we take on the Colorado Avalanche, which is going to be a very difficult game, being the second day of a back-to-back. That is not an easy opponent to come off, especially with travel. There is no travel day between. We play in Utah one day, and the very next day we're in Colorado playing the Avalanche, who is a damn good team. Uh, well, then we come back home and face the number one wild card team, the Ottawa Senators. That's Thursday, March 27th. I am hoping to bring them good luck because, as Jace mentioned about going to a Pistons game, I will be in attendance for that Ottawa Senators game on the 27th. I am 0-1 in the last game I attended for last season, but that was last year and this is this year. So hopefully we can spark something else. But that is going to be, especially with this close playoff race, the game of the year in terms of most valuable. Every game is valuable. There are 8 teams all within striking distance of the last two playoff spots. And surprisingly, even with the way we've been playing, the Wings are in there. Now, they are currently ranked sixth out of those 18, so we are not towards the top, but we are within striking distance of the second wild card spot as long as we turn it around. And Ottawa right now is that number one wild card team, so that would be a great 4 point swing, kind of like a division win in football. Um, there will be, oh yeah, for now, they do sit sixth in the wild card. There's 8 teams that are within 6 points of each other. Some have games in hands on the others. I don't know why NHL does their scheduling this way. I thought they would at least be close to one another, but Pittsburgh is 1 point behind the Wings, but have one more game played. Ottawa and Montreal, the current two wild card teams, they are both currently ahead of Detroit in points, and they both have a game in hand on the Wings. So the Wings have less time to catch those two, and they both hold the tiebreakers over the Wings for regulation wins as well. So we are going to need to pick up our pace as well as hope for other teams around the league to help us catch back up in these standings. Otherwise, I just don't see it happening. And time is ticking. We are down to, I believe it's 13 or 14 games left. And that does sound like a lot. And I know that leaves a lot of points at hand, but it's something almost bordering on um, like the last 2 weeks of an NFL season where I know they only play 17 games, but each week can have drastic changes in the standings. A team you expect to be hot gets cold. A team you expect to be cold gets hot. But I mean, that kind of will tie us into a little bit of our March Madness talk, which we'll talk about here in a minute, because you never really know what's going to happen or who's going to beat who or what's going to happen. But with that being said, obviously, I am looking forward to being in attendance for the next Red Wings home game. I'm looking forward to it being a critical and pivotal game for our season. And with that, I will throw it back to you, Jace.